Yeah. Most people spend their whole lives measuring the crown, but they never check to see if the head is still on the shoulders. I'm sitting where the mortar meets the clay, watching the tax collectors pray, while the children play hopscotch over the cracks of a broken yesterday. This concrete is a witness, a structural kind of testimony, separating the actual and the factual from the cheap and the phony. I saw the logic of the struggle written on the side of a bus, realizing that the world is moving with or without the rest of us. The fuel is internal, a natural kind of sovereign state, deciding that the peace is more important than the weight of the gate. It's the wisdom of the brick stoop and an urban kind of grace, keeping the dignity while the world is trying to win the race. The ritual is staying grounded, the aura is a shield, standing like a queen in a high-dimensional field. They try to sell you a version of yourself that's packaged in a box, but the key to the kingdom isn't found by picking common locks. The focus isn't external, it's a power in the pause, independent of the horizontal and the heavy-handed laws. I saw the inner ritual in the way the city smoke rises, hiding the truth in 1,000 different clever disguises. It's not about the optics, it's about the way you stand, building a sanctuary on a high-dimensional land. Check the pedigree, it's written in the way I breathe, unraveling the webs that the temporary spirits weave. I'm of the brick stoop and an urban kind of grace, keeping the dignity while the world is trying to win the race. The ritual is staying grounded, the aura is a shield, standing like a queen in a high-dimensional field. The street is a classroom, the brick is the book, giving a much deeper meaning to the way that you look. From the brick stoop to the grace of the soul, understanding how the stillness makes the spirit whole. It's the wisdom of the brick stoop. The stoop was the vantage point, but the grace was the truth. Inheritance isn't always a check in the mail. Sometimes it's just a silence required to keep the gate closed against the wind. The iron doesn't bend for the trend of the weak. Rust tells a story that the polished tongues never speak. A grandfather's hands left their prints in the cold, trading the sweat for a version of gold that was never for sale. Logic dictates that we carry the bale, but the weight of a name is a whole other kind of scale. External metrics don't apply to the bone. When the territorial garden was built from a stone you didn't throw. History repeats in the creak of the hinge, avoiding the trap of a structural binge. Can you hear the ancestors whisper and stay, protecting the alignment in a high-dimensional way? It's the iron gate in the silent kind of inheritance, finding the the structural kind of deliverance. The ritual is boundary, the aura is a steady hand, honoring the legacy left in the center of the land. Watch how the shadow stretches long on the pavement, avoiding the trap of a spiritual enslavement. Every key on the ring has a heavy-handed past, building a foundation that was designed to actually last. Society wants the fruit but ignores the root, dressed in a suit but they're missing the evolutionary truth. The bloodline flows like a slow-moving river, a promise delivered by a much older and wiser giver. Check the hinges before you check the lock, realizing the clock is ticking for the whole entire block. It's the iron gate and the silent kind of inheritance, finding the balance in the structural kind of deliverance. The ritual is boundary, the aura is a steady hand, honoring the legacy left in the center of the land. Not everything that's heavy is a burden to hold. Some of the weight is just a different version of gold. From the iron gate to the silence of the soul, understanding how the boundaries make the spirit whole. Yeah, it's the iron gate, iron gate, iron gate, iron gate. It's the iron gate. It's the iron gate and the silent kind of inheritance, finding the balance in the structural kind of deliverance. The ritual is boundary, the aura is a steady hand, honoring the legacy left in the center of the land. The gate was the boundary, but the inheritance was the truth. Even the blindest man on the A train can feel the heavy-handed weight of the city moving through his bones. The steel on steel creates a structural kind of prayer, washing over the faces that are frozen in a vacant stare. Every station is a chapter in a book that's never read, full of the living energy and the logic of the dead. The transit is internal, the movement of the mind, leaving the horizontal noise and the static far behind. You don't need a token for the territory of the soul, understanding how the motion and the fragments make you whole. The signal is steady underneath the concrete and the stone, reclaiming the sovereignty that the spirit has always known. Can you hear the logic in the rhythm of the track? Moving forward with the fire and never looking back. It's a subway song, an underground kind of logic, finding the sacred in the mundane and the chaotic. The ritual is transit, the aura is a steady flow, watching how the ancient and the urban spirits grow. Graffiti on the wall tells a structural kind of truth, preserving the legacy and the fire of the youth. Focus isn't external, it's a power in the ride, navigating the tunnels with the light on the inside. I saw the inner ritual in the way the lights flicker by, reflected in the center of an evolutionary eye. It's not about the destination or the place you land, building the kingdom on a high-dimensional sand. The conductor isn't human, the schedule is divine, tracing out the geometry of a much longer line. It's a subway song, an underground kind of logic, finding the sacred in the mundane and the chaotic. The ritual is transit, the aura is the steady flow, watching how the ancient and the urban spirits grow. The tunnels are a hallway, the city is a room. Watching how the clarity begins to break the gloom. From the subway song to the logic of the deep, awakening the promises that the commuters never keep. It's a subway storm, an underground kind of logic. Find the light, finding the sacred in the mundane and the chaotic. The ritual is transit, the hour is a steady flow. Watching how the ancient and the urban spirits grow. The train was the vessel, but the logic was the truth. Wisdom doesn't live in the spotlight, it's the quiet conversation in the basement while the world is shouting upstairs. The dust on the rafters holds a structural history that the polished floors will never comprehend. Low ceilings keep the ego small enough to pass through the narrow gates of the actual truth. A single bulb flickers with the rhythm of a heartbeat that's been steady since the foundation was poured. The cool air is a natural kind of preservation for the secrets that were never meant for the radio. Outside, the sirens are screaming about things that don't affect the architecture of the spirit. Every shadow on the cinder block is a teacher, a silhouette of a version that finally learned to listen. Silence is the only currency accepted in the territory where the deepest instruction is free. It's the basement light and the private kind of inner instruction, avoiding the heavy-handed noise of the social construction. The ritual is steady, the aura is a steady glow. Watching how the silent and the urban spirits grow. Not every diamond is found in a ring, most are just carbon sitting in a cardboard box under the stairs. The furnace hums a low-end lullaby for the visions that are waiting for the right kind of pressure. Gravity is heavier when you're standing at the center of the origin. In the base of the design, no one comes down here to perform, only to dismantle the mass that the horizontal wall demands. The geometry of the pieces, a structural blueprint drawn in the middle of a sleepless night. Logic says to climb the ladder, but the soul understands the power of staying exactly where it is. A single page in the notebook holds the weight of 1,000 different evolutionary shifts. The instruction is finished when the light in the cellar becomes brighter than the midday sun. It's the basement light in the private kind of inner instruction, avoiding the heavy-handed noise of the social construction. The ritual is steady, the aura is a steady glow. Watching how the silent and the urban spirits grow. The stairs are a bridge, the basement is a school, teaching the logic that doesn't belong to the fool. From the basement light to the instruction of the soul, understanding how the darkness makes the vision whole. It's the basement light in the private kind of inner instruction, avoiding the heavy-handed noise of the social construction. The ritual is steady, the aura is a steady glow. destruction was the truth. Most people trade their hours for a heavy crown of gold, forgetting that the spirit wasn't ever meant to be sold. We polish up the trophy sitting on the shelf of glass, watching every structural second of our legacy pass. The weight of all the glitter is a heavy-handed load, driving down the center of a narrow-minded road. You can't take the status to the territory of the soul. Only the integrity will ever make the vision whole. It's the heavy gold and a weightless kind of legacy, building up a kingdom with the rhythmic kind of energy. Yeah. The ritual is character, the aura is a steady light, shining like a master in the middle of the night. A legacy is built in the things that you decide to leave, far beyond the tangled webs that the temporary weave. It isn't in the numbers or the horizontal type of fame. It's the way the city whispers when they mention your name. I saw the inner ritual in the way the spirit stands, building up a sanctuary that was never made with hands. The fuel is internal and the signal is clear, honoring the architecture of a newly sharpened year. It's the heavy gold and the weightless kind of legacy, building up a kingdom with the rhythmic kind of energy. Yeah. The ritual is character, the aura is a steady light, shining like a master in the middle of the night. Hey, hey, hey. The gold is a bird and the legacy is flight. Everything is beautiful in the middle of the light. From the heavy gold to the freedom of the soul, understanding how the character makes the spirit whole. Was the truth. Some tell the only way to see the city is from the iron stairs, rising above the noise of the horizontal players. The metal is cold, but the perspective is warm and bright, finding a structural kind of peace in the middle of the night. They struggle for power on the level of the street, but they never notice the bitter taste of their own defeat. The higher kind of dignity is built from the inside out, leaving the heavy-handed architecture of every doubt. It's the fire escape, the higher kind of dignity flowing through the soul, with the rhythmic kind of trinity. The ritual is perspective, the aura is a steady climb, watching how the ancient spirits master every time. Real power isn't in the climb, it's in the way you stay, standing in the alignment of a much more ancient way. The world demands a performance for the vertical crown, but the spirit knows the way to bring in the structure down. The logic of the grid is visible from this elevated seat, feeling the rhythm of the city in the heavy-handed beat. The fuel is internal and the vision is finally clear, honoring the legacy of a brand new and sovereign year. It's the fire escape, and the higher kind of dignity flowing through the soul, with the rhythmic kind of trinity. The ritual is perspective, the aura is a steady climb, watching how the ancient spirits master every time. City tried to hide from the fire escape to the dignity of the soul, understanding how the hide makes the spirit whole. It's the fire escape, the higher kind of dignity flowing through the soul, with the rhythmic kind of trinity. The ritual is perspective, the aura is a steady climb, watching how the ancient spirits master every time. The stairs were the path, but the dignity was the truth. The city is a mother teaching you to walk on steel. It's the only structural comfort that the hungry children feel. Shadows from the high-rise hide the ancient kind of grace. Every scar upon the brick is a line upon the face. We find the mercy in the cracks where the weeds refuse to die, looking for the truth in a place built on a lie. Gravity is a comfort when the world is moving fast, building up a future with the logic of the past. It's the concrete cradle and the ancient kind of mercy, feeding every spirit. When the horizontal world is thirsty, the ritual is survival. The aura is a steady light, finding the alignment in the middle of the urban night. Peace isn't a quiet room, it's the eye inside the storm, keeping every spirit sharp and the inner fire warm. They try to sell you water while you're drowning in the deep, guarding all the promises the restless never keep. A cradle made of concrete is the place where giants grow, learning every lesson that the polished never know. The rhythm is a rescue from the noise of every day, standing like a pillar in a high-dimensional way. It's the concrete cradle and the ancient kind of mercy, feeding every spirit. When the horizontal world is thirsty, the ritual is survival. The aura is a steady light, finding the alignment in the middle of the urban night. ancient spirits said. From the concrete cradle to the mercy of the soul, understanding how the struggle makes the spirit whole. It's the concrete cradle, the ancient kind of mercy, feeding every spirit. When the horizontal world is thirsty, the ritual is survival. The aura is a steady light, finding the alignment in the middle of the urban night. A cradle was the street, but the mercy was the truth. The street doesn't need a witness when the pavement knows your walk, keeping all the integrity inside the way you talk. Listen to the heavy-handed logic of the word, valuing the frequency of stories never heard. No one's looking for a trophy or a petty game, standing in the territory with a solid name, keeping every structural intention in the real, honoring the architecture of the way you feel. It's the stoop talk and the street kind of credence, giving every silent thought a rhythmic kind of grievance. The ritual is truth, the aura is a steady hand, building up a kingdom in the center of the land. Credence isn't given, it's a structural kind of state, balancing the character against the heavyweight. Architecture of the spirit isn't built for show, guard and all the secrets that the common people know. Logic of the asphalt is a high-dimensional key, setting every version of the actual person free, trading in the horizontal noise for something true, watching how the ancient and the urban logic grew. It's the stoop talk and the street kind of credence, giving every silent thought a rhythmic kind of grievance. The ritual is true, the aura is a steady hand, building up a kingdom in the center of the land. Hey, hey. The talk is the seed, the credence is the root, living out the essence of the evolutionary truth. From the stoop talk to the credence of the soul, understanding how the silence makes the spirit whole. It's the stoop talk and the street kind of credence, giving every silent thought a rhythmic kind of grievance. The ritual is truth, the aura is a steady hand, building up a kingdom in the center of the land. The talk was the bridge, but the credence was the truth. Yeah, 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 yeah. The crackle in the needle is the only structural kind of sound that doesn't ever lie. It's the texture of a truth that the digital will never buy. We gather up the dust from the records on the shelf, finding every piece of the ancestral version of the self. The logic isn't hidden in the binary type of code. It's the heavy-handed rhythm of a long and winding road. You can hear the evolution in the warmth of the hiss, a high-dimensional memory that the modern people miss. It's the vinyl dust and a piece of living evidence, proving that the spirit has a rhythmic kind of resonance. The ritual is analog, the aura is a steady groove, watching how the ancient and the every sample is a ghost. Some are just the structural heartbeat of a dream, flowing through the center of a much more ancient stream. We sit inside the archive and we listen to the light, guiding every movement in the middle of the night. The texture of the groove is a map of where we've been, avoiding every trap of the superficial and the thin. Integrity is written in the way the record turns, protecting every lesson that the student finally learns. It's the vinyl dust and a piece of living evidence, proving that the spirit has a rhythmic kind of resonance. The ritual is analog, the aura is a steady groove, watching how the ancient and the urban spirits move. The plastic is a portal, the dust is the key, setting every version of the actual person free. From the vinyl dust to the evidence of the soul, understanding how the history makes the spirit whole. Oh, 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 oh. It's the vinyl dust and a piece of living evidence, proving that the spirit has a rhythmic kind of resonance. The ritual is analog, the aura is a steady groove, watching how the ancient and the urban spirits move. The dust was the history, but the evidence was the truth. Shadows don't hide the truth, they just give the light a place to rest its weary head. Every echo in the hallway is a letter from a version of the self I thought was dead. The linoleum is peeling back the stories of the families that walked this floor before. Listen to the logic of the keys turning slowly in the lock of every heavy door. Silence is a structural kind of teacher. When the horizontal noise begins to fade, finding all the clarity in the middle of a dim and gray October kind of shade. It isn't in the shouting, it's the whisper that the ancient spirits actually prefer, guarding all the integrity that the temporary world is always trying to blur. It's the hallway echo and the shadow kind of wisdom, living in the center of a much more ancient system. The ritual is quiet, the aura is a steady light, walking through the hallway in the middle of the night. Not every ghost is haunting, some are just the blueprints of the architecture of the soul, learning how the broken pieces finally gather up to make the spirit whole. The dim light at the end of the corridor is a signal for the ones who know the path, leaving the external metrics in the heavy-handed horizontal math. You can't find the sanctuary if you're looking for a mansion on the mountaintop. It's the rhythmic kind of energy that the static of the world can never stop. Trusting in the texture of the secrets that the structural integrity provides, refining the intention in the territory where the honest version always hides. It's the hallway echo and the shadow kind of wisdom, living in the center of a much more ancient system. The ritual is quiet, the aura is a steady light, walking through the hallway in the middle of the night. lesson is deep, waking up the promises that the restless never keep. From the hallway echo to the wisdom of the soul, understanding how the shadow makes the vision whole. It's the hallway echo in the shadow kind of wisdom, living in the center of a much more ancient system. The ritual is quiet, the aura is a steady light, walking through the hallway in the middle of the night. The echo was the teacher, but the wisdom was the truth. Yeah, the echo was the teacher, but the wisdom was the truth. Zion isn't a mountain in the distance, it's the quiet room behind the deadbolt and the heavy door, leaving all the horizontal metrics and the petty politics on the hallway floor. The world is demanding a version of the soul that was never meant for public sale, keeping every structural secret locked away inside a much more ancient scale. I'm drawing the curtains on the noise of the street and the static of the local news, trading the currency of vanity for a rhythmic kind of debt I'll never lose. Gravity is a comfort when the lights go down and the actual vision starts to rise, looking at the architecture of the spirit through a pair of evolutionary eyes. It's a locked door in a private kind of Zion, a territory that the heavy-handed world can't rely on. The ritual is sanctuary, the aura is a steady peace, finding in the silence a long-awaited end and a sweet release. A kingdom in the sand is just a target for the heavy-handed logic of the rain, building up a fortress on a foundation that was designed to handle all the pain. We spend our hours polishing the handle while the center of the room is growing cold, trading the integrity of the silence for a temporary version of the gold. The logic of the sanctuary is a blueprint written in a long-standing kind of grace, finding all the sovereignty in the middle of a very private and a sacred space. The lock isn't to keep the people out, it's to keep the inner clarity inside, honoring the rhythm of the actual person that the horizontal world tried to hide. It's a locked door in a private kind of Zion, a territory that the heavy-handed world can't rely on. The ritual is sanctuary, the aura is a steady peace, finding in the silence a long-awaited and a sweet release. The door is locked, the mind is finally free, being exactly who the ancient spirits wanted me to be. From the locked door to the Zion of the soul, understanding how the privacy makes the spirit whole. It's a locked door in a private kind of Zion, a territory that the heavy-handed world can't rely on. The ritual is sanctuary, the aura is a steady peace, finding in the silence a long-awaited and a sweet release. The door was the boundary, but the Zion was the truth. like the steam rising from the subway grate, visible for a second before it joins the heavyweight. Caught between the concrete and the world that isn't there, floating through the texture of the urban kind of air. Every gust of wind carries a structural kind of sound, echoing the logic of the people underground. We tried to catch the frequency with a heavy-handed grip, watching every actual piece of the integrity slip. It's the subway grate and a transient kind of truth, living in the gap between the elder and the youth. The ritual is movement, the aura is a steady flow, watching how the ancient and the urban spirits grow. Now, every solid thing is built to last through the storm. Sometimes the only truth is in the way the shadows form. The city breeze a rhythmic kind of heavy-handed sigh underneath the architecture of a very public lie. You can't build a sanctuary on a foundation made of smoke, realizing that the horizontal promise was a joke. The actual integrity is in the way the spirit moves, finding all the logic in the ancient and the urban grooves. It's the subway grate and the transient kind of truth, living in the gap between the elder and the youth. The ritual is movement, the aura is a steady flow, watching how the ancient and the urban spirits grow. The steam disappears, but the heat is always real, honoring the texture of exactly what you feel. From the subway grate to the truth of the soul, understanding how the movement makes the spirit whole. It's the subway grate and a transient kind of truth, living in the gap between the elder and the youth. The ritual is movement, the aura is a steady flow, watching how the ancient and the urban spirits grow. The grate was the filter, but the truth was the flow. Structural inheritance that's built inside the walls where the family stands, holding all the integrity that a temporary horizontal world will never understand. My grandmother's prayer is the mortar that is holding up the bricks of a heavy-handed day, guiding every movement in a high-dimensional and a much more ancient way. You can't buy the dignity that's sitting on the mantle like a polished piece of gold. It's the story of the lineage that was never meant to be bought or sold. The floorboards creak with the rhythm of a heartbeat that is steady and true, honoring the architecture of exactly what the spirit was designed to do. It's the Brownstone Hall and the matriarch mindset, a sovereign kind of logic that the horizontal world hasn't defined yet. The ritual is lineage, the aura is a steady hand, ruling like a queen in the center of the land. A matriarch doesn't need the microphone to tell you that the power is an internal kind of choice. You can hear the evolution in the calm and the melodic texture of her voice. She watches from the window while the city tries to sell a version of the truth, preserving all the dignity and the structural integrity of the youth. The table is a temple where the actual reality is served on a plate, deciding that the character is a much more important kind of heavy-handed weight. We don't don't chase the trend, because the foundation is a permanent and solid stone, reclaiming every territory that the bloodline has always known. It's the Brownstone Hall and the matriarch mindset, a sovereign kind of logic that the horizontal world hasn't defined yet. The ritual is lineage, the aura is a steady hand, ruling like a queen in the center of the land. The hall is a bridge, the table is a school, teaching the logic that doesn't belong to the fool. From the Brownstone Hall to the mindset of the soul, understanding how the lineage makes the spirit whole. Matriarch mindset, a sovereign kind of logic that the horizontal world hasn't defined yet. The ritual is lineage, the aura is a steady hand, ruling like a queen in the center of the land. The hall was the vessel, but the mindset was the truth. Yeah. You don't need a street light to validate the fire that's burning inside the darkest corner of your mind, keeping every structural secret for the moments when the external world is blind. Logic is a flicker in the middle of a heavy-handed and industrial kind of night, realizing that the aura doesn't need a witness to maintain its steady light. They measure the surface while the center of the spirit is refining an internal spark, navigating through the territory like a master of the ancient and the urban dark. Sovereignty is silent when the horizontal noise is screaming for a bit of your time, standing in the alignment while the rest of them are trying to make a vertical climb. It's the unlit corner and the sovereign kind of spark, leading the way like a beacon through the dark. The ritual is essence, the aura is a steady flame, claiming the identity in the high-dimensional name. A spark is much more dangerous when it's small enough to hide inside the palm of a steady hand, mapping out the architecture of a very private and a sacred kind of land. The shadows are a blanket for the visions that the polished people never see, setting every version of the actual and the structural person free, trading in the optics for a frequency that vibrates in a much more ancient key, watching how the logic of the sanctuary is starting to finally happen to me. Fuel for the journey is a resource that the social world can never drain, standing like a pillar in the middle of the heavy-handed and the rhythmic rain. It's the unlit corner and the sovereign kind of spark, leading the way like a beacon through the dark. The ritual is essence, the aura is a steady flame, claiming the identity in the high-dimensional name. Hidden, the light is internal, finding the logic of something eternal. From the unlit corner to the spark of the soul, understanding how the darkness makes the vision whole. It's the unlit corner and the sovereign kind of spark, leading the way like a beacon through the dark. The ritual is essence, the is a steady flame, claiming the identity in the high-dimensional name. The corner was the space, but the spark was the truth.
The morning mist is a blanket that covers the scars of a heavy and industrial night, revealing the structural kind of logic in the early and the gray October light. Every building is a pillar, standing in the center of a much more ancient piece, watching as the horizontal noise and the static finally start to cease. Alignment isn't a destination, it's the frequency of staying in the flow, letting go of the external metrics that the restless people never know. The city breathes a rhythmic sigh as the clarity begins to finally dawn, moving forward with the architectural blueprint that has already been drawn. It's the city mist in the final kind of alignment, finding in the center a high-dimensional refinement. The ritual is presence, the aura is a steady soul, understanding how the morning makes the vision whole. You can't find the rhythm of the universe if you're moving at a frantic pace. It's the slow and the steady evolution of an urban kind of grace. Every drop of water on the iron is a letter from a sovereign type of source, guiding every movement with a natural and a structural kind of force. The map is internal and the signal is finally becoming sharp and clear, honoring the legacy and the architecture of a brand new and a sovereign year. We don't need the optics when the evidence is written in the way we breathe, unraveling the webs that the temporary spirits always try to weave. It's the city mist in the final kind of alignment, finding in the center a high-dimensional refinement. The ritual is presence, the aura is a steady soul, understanding how the morning makes the vision whole. The mist is lifting, the vision is wide, nowhere for the actual person to ever have to hide. From the city mist to the alignment of the soul, understanding how the journey makes the spirit whole.